I'm a thief. I always steal kicks from professional songs. No one knows and never finds from which songs I have steal the kicks. It never gets copyrighted and I'm always guaranteed to have the best sounding kick drums in my songs. When I steal kicks, it saves me so much time and then I can focus on the more important parts of music production, like mixing and mastering, sound designing, and songwriting. So why not stealing? Stealing is an art itself. So let's learn how to steal. Hey friends, this is Ron Captcha and I share everything I know with you to help you master the music production skills. And if you are new to this channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button because if you don't, you will miss a lot in the future. Now let's get to the first section of this tutorial. First of all guys, let's find the BPM of the song that we are going to steal the kick from. It is Tiesto's song with Lucas and Steve from his new EP. Tiesto Uhla Beatport. And here is the BPM. BPM is 125. So I set the BPM at 125 right here. And in the warp menu, it is 125. Now let's find the first bit of the drop. And you see guys, from the shape of the kick, it is clear that the first kick is played right here. So I'm going to put it on the first beat right here. It is this one. So guys, this is the drop and here you have to find the cleanest kick possible for the best results. And what I mean from a clean kick, I mean that usually try to find a kick that there is no crashes on that, and I mean crash cymbals. And of course you have to find the kick that there is no clap on it. So the first kick is very good, the second one there is a crash and a clap on that, so we don't want that. Try to find the cleanest kick in the whole drop. And I think the first one is perfect for the purpose of this tutorial today. So I choose this one, I select this, and I remove the rest of the song. And let's just fade out the end of this kick. And the kick is usually around here, but for the safety of the kick, I want to play with this whole audio right here, not just half of it. Now the next step guys is that I want to isolate the frequencies into 4 bands with 4 EQs right here. So for the first channel I'm going to put an EQ right here and I want to isolate the frequencies from 0 to around 100 for the sub of the kick, and I'm going to put the slope at 24. And guys, because we are going to work with very low frequency to the high frequency of the kick, and because this is a very short transient, make sure to use the linear phase setting in your EQ. This is very important for the quality of your sound at the end. Now I'm going to duplicate this channel. And for the second channel, so this one was 100 Hertz. In this one, I'm going to name it from 100 to 350 Hertz. So here in this EQ of this second one, I'm going to write here 350, and this one with a slope of 24. As you might have guessed, this one must be at 100 Hertz. So we want to isolate this range of the kick in the second EQ In the next EQ, I'm going to duplicate this one, change the color right here, and this one I want to isolate from 350 to 1000. And guys, the range of the frequencies doesn't matter that much. We just want to divide the whole frequency spectrum into 4 bands. So the next one is 350 to 1000 Hertz. So I'm going to write here 1000 Hertz and here 350. And all is linear phase, guys. Next band is going to be from 1000 Hertz to 4000 Hertz. And here again 4000 and 1000 Hertz. And the next channel is going to be 4000 Hertz and above. And that's it, guys, for the frequency isolation. Now I'm going to resample these 5 tracks right here and see what these EQs are doing to the source audio, which is this kick that we have put into these EQs. So I'm going to select all of them right here. And in Ableton, you have to select freeze tracks, and then you have to select flatten tracks. And guys, if you are in another DAW, for example FL Studio, you can just resample these EQs to reach to this level that we have the sub in a separate track, we have the bodies, we have the mids, and we have the other tracks. Now guys, this part is very fun and interesting because we want to trim the unwanted parts from the parts that we want. And there is an interesting pattern to this. So guys, from the first track I want to start. This one is the sub because we have just isolated the 100 Hertz frequencies and below. Let's take a listen to this one. I'm going to solo this. And guys, this is very obvious. The sub of the kick you can see from the visuals right here. And from this part, and this here is the unwanted part. You can see this is the sub of the kick and the rest is the sub from the basses that Tiesto has used in his song. So we are going to trim this part until here, and I'm going to fade it a little bit right here. So let's take a listen to this. And I'm going to fade the start of the sample too. This is going to be the sub of our kick in the 100 Hz range. Next guys, let's take a listen to the second track from 100 Hz to 350 Hz. So it is very obvious that the part that we want is just this one. Here has been the sidechain of Tiesto, and this is the rest of the song. So I'm going to trim this one until this part. I'm going to zoom in and fade it out. Let's take a listen and see what we have right here. And this is a perfect body for our kick today. I'm going to fade it out a little bit more to trim more of the unwanted sounds around here. Perfect body for our kick. Next track. And here is the pattern, guys. This one is longer, this one is shorter, and this one is very shorter. You see, this is the part that we want right here, and the rest is unwanted. Let's take a listen to the solo of this one. It is obvious that we have to trim it all until this part. Let's take a listen. Perfect transient for our kick. Next part is going to be 1000 to 4000 Hz, and all is unwanted until here. and this one is shorter than this one. Until right here. Let's take a listen to the solo of this one. Perfect transient and top kick. And the next one, as you might have guessed, is just this little transient right here, and the rest is completely unwanted. So I'm going to cut it and delete it. Until here, zoom in, and fade it out. Let's take a listen to the solo. And this is the very top end of our kick, and this is from 4000 to above. Now guys, let's take a listen to the whole parts that we have trimmed from the unwanted sounds. And right here we have a very beautiful kick, and we want to take it to the next level after this step. Perfect kick that is sampled from the drop of Tiesto's song. Guys, if you have found anything useful in this video so far, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell for all the future updates. Thank you. Now guys, I want to group all these tracks together. I press Ctrl G, and here we have the group. I call this kick. Let's take a listen again. Yes, this is the perfect kick that I wanted. Now I want to resample this group to get rid of all these separate tracks, and we want to take the kick to the next level. So I'm going to press Ctrl T. Right here I want to resample this kick. I press F9, or you can just press record right here. Here is our kick. Now guys, I want to delete these isolated parts that we made because we don't want them anymore. We have the main kick right here in one channel right now. And I delete the rest of the recording that I didn't want. So now guys, the next part, which is very important, is that we want to listen to this kick and see if there are any side information in this kick. And if there are, usually we don't want them. So I put a utility tool right here. And here we have the stereo image knob and the mono button right here underneath that. And guys, I have made a shortcut in my Ableton. When I press N, I can just hear the side information of the tracks. So I want to press N right here. And now we can just hear to the side information of this kick. Let's take a listen to this. You see this tiny click. This is probably from the side informations that we don't want from the unwanted sounds that we trimmed. This is mainly because the sidechain had not been at full 100% percentage with whatever sidechain that Tiesto has used, so we mono this kick to get rid of that side information. So I just hit mono button right here. Now we are on the sides again. Let's see if there is any information left in this kick. You see, we are listening to the sides and there is no information right here. So I press N again. And now we can hear the mono informations and side informations at the same time. And there is no side information, just the mono. Perfect kick right here. Guys, the next part is adding some high information to the kick. Because usually when we resample that, and when you isolate the frequencies, usually the highs become a little bit lost in the kick, and of course we have taken out the side informations. And usually my go-to top kicks to add a layer to this sample kick is, as you might have guessed, Kashmir samples. In volume 3, I go into drums. In the kicks section, you go to top kicks, and here there are 15 quality top kicks that you can add to this kick. Of course, this changes the character of the kick a little bit, but still you maintain the original character of the kick. We just want to help this kick to get out of this compressed state, because the kick that we have sampled is from a mastered track, and we want to use this kick in our own song, and we want to master this kick again. So my recommendation to you is to add a top kick to this kick to make it more dynamic for the mastering section of your song later on. So I just listened to this kick a few times to get a vibe for the top kick that I want to add to this. I want to find a similar top kick to the top frequencies that this sample has. So let's listen to the top kicks. This top kick number 13 is very suitable for our kick today. And here I decreased around minus half dBs from this top kick to match with the level of our original kick. And right here, you just add an EQ and trim the unwanted frequencies from this top kick right here. I put my slope at 24 and here linear phase again because we are working with these very short transients. Around here is very good. Yes, that's it. And right now I'm going to group these two layers together again. This is our new kick. And right now, because we want to get this kick out of the compressed and mastered state that it is right now, I want to add more dynamics to this kick. Right now I'm adding my favorite transient shaper, which is transient shaper by kilohertz. And I'm going to add a little bit of attack and lower the sustain a little bit. And right now our kick is completely ready, and just one more step that I recommend you guys to do, which is very important. Let's see if our kick is clipping in the master right here or not. Yes, we are clipping a little bit right here. So the solution right here is just simply add a clipper on this group and we are good to go. And my favorite clipper is the glue compressor in Ableton. And you can just use any soft clipper that you want, it doesn't matter. And I just put a range at 0 dB. This just simply turn off the compressor and I just turn on the soft clip right here. And you see this is clipping a little bit right here. And let's see our master to see if we are clipping there or not. Yes, we are at here and the clipping is solved by putting this clipper on the group of our kick. And right here, just very simply, I put another audio track here and I want to resample the kick and save it for later use. That's it guys, this is our perfect kick, perfectly sampled and stilled from Tiesto's song. And you can use this in your own songs and it is just perfect. I love this method. Thanks for watching friends, I hope that you have liked this video. And if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. I love you, bye.